The 2025 WNBA draft is upon us, and for the Washington Mystics, the stakes are high. This draft could be a turning point for the franchise, a chance to redefine their future and build a team that can compete at the highest level. Holding the 3rd, 4th, and 6th picks, the Mystics have a golden opportunity to inject their roster with young talent. These picks are not just numbers, they represent the potential to bring in game changers who can elevate the team's performance. All eyes are on the team's decision-making as they navigate this crucial juncture in their rebuilding process. The choices they make now will be scrutinized by fans, analysts, and the entire basketball community. Will they prioritize immediate impact or opt for long-term potential? This is the perennial question that haunts every draft decision. Immediate impact players can provide a quick boost, but long-term potential can secure the future. The answer may lie in a 19-year-old center from France, Dominique Malonga. Her name has been on the lips of scouts and analysts alike, a young prodigy with the potential to become a cornerstone of the franchise. Malonga's name has been swirling in draft conversations, a testament to her burgeoning reputation as a dominant force on the court. Her performances in international competitions have only added to the buzz. Her combination of size, athleticism, and raw talent has captivated scouts and analysts alike, positioning her as a potential franchise cornerstone. She has the physical tools and the skill set to make an immediate impact. But with every high-potential prospect comes a degree of uncertainty, and the Mystics must carefully weigh the risks and rewards of selecting Malonga. The pressure is immense, and the margin for error is slim. The decision is further complicated by the Mystics' current roster composition and their stage in the rebuilding cycle. They have a mix of young talent and experienced players, and finding the right balance is key. With a core of young players already in place, the team must determine if Malonga's skill set complements their existing pieces or creates redundancies. Chemistry and fit are just as important as talent. The front office faces a pivotal choice: draft for need or draft for ceiling. This decision will shape the team's trajectory for years to come, and the stakes couldn't be higher. The implications of their decision will reverberate throughout the franchise for years to come. The right choice could lead to championships and a new era of success, while the wrong one could set them back significantly. Dominique Malonga is not your average WNBA prospect. At only 19 years old, she has already made a name for herself on the international stage, showcasing her skills against some of the best players in the world. Her journey began in France, where she quickly rose through the ranks of the youth basketball circuit, turning heads with her impressive size and athleticism. Standing tall at 6'6", Malonga possesses a rare combination of physical gifts that immediately sets her apart from her peers. Her wingspan, agility, and leaping ability make her a force to be reckoned with on both ends of the court. She moves with a fluidity and grace that belies her size, gliding across the court with ease. Malonga's talent was on full display during the 2024 Paris Olympics, where she represented France with pride and determination. Her performance against Team USA in particular left a lasting impression on scouts and fans alike. Though France ultimately fell short of the gold medal, Malonga's tenacity and skill were undeniable, solidifying her status as a top prospect in the 2025 WNBA draft. What makes Dominique Malonga such an enticing prospect for WNBA teams? The answer lies in her tantalizing potential. Scouts and analysts see in her the raw ingredients of a future superstar, a player capable of dominating the league for years to come. Her athleticism is off the charts, her defensive instincts are sharp, and her offensive game, while still developing, flashes moments of brilliance. On the defensive end, Malonga is a game changer. Her combination of size, speed, and basketball IQ allows her to guard multiple positions effectively. She's a natural shot blocker with impeccable timing, and her lateral quickness keeps even the shiftiest guards in check. Some scouts believe she has the potential to be a perennial all-defensive team selection. Offensively, Malonga is still a work in progress, but her raw talent is undeniable. She's a force in the paint, using her size and strength to finish through contact. Her footwork is surprisingly nimble for her size, and she has shown flashes of a reliable jump shot. With proper coaching and development, Malonga's offensive game could blossom into something truly special. Areas for growth: refining a raw talent. While Dominique Malonga's potential is undeniable, it's important to acknowledge that she is still a raw talent. Her athleticism and natural ability have caught the eyes of many scouts, but there's a journey ahead to polish these raw skills. Her game, while promising, has areas that require refinement and development if she wants to reach her full potential in the WNBA. This means not just working on her physical skills, but also understanding the mental aspects of the game. The Mystics, if they choose to draft her, must be prepared to invest time and resources into her growth. This includes personalized coaching, strength and conditioning programs, and perhaps even mentorship from veteran players. One area where Malonga needs improvement is her offensive consistency. She has the ability to score, but she needs to do it more reliably. While she's shown flashes of brilliance, her scoring can be streaky at times. This inconsistency can be a challenge in high-stakes games where every point counts. She needs to develop a more well-rounded offensive repertoire, including a consistent jump shot and a variety of post moves. This will make her a more unpredictable and dangerous player on the court. Expanding her range and becoming a more versatile scorer will be crucial for her success at the next level. Being able to score from different areas on the court will make her a valuable asset to any team. Another area for growth is her decision-making. This includes knowing when to pass, when to shoot, and how to read the defense effectively. At times, Malonga can be prone to forcing passes or taking ill-advised shots. These decisions can lead to turnovers and missed opportunities. This is typical of young players, but it's something she'll need to improve upon as she matures. Learning from these mistakes and making better choices will be essential for her development. Developing a higher basketball IQ and making smarter decisions with the ball will be key to unlocking her full potential. Understanding the nuances of the game, such as timing, spacing, and strategy, will elevate her play and make her a more complete player. The draft and stash dilemma, balancing needs and vision. The Washington Mystics face a fascinating dilemma with Dominique Malonga. As one of the most promising young talents in the basketball world, Malonga's potential is a tantalizing prospect for any team. However, the Mystics must carefully consider the timing of her arrival in the WNBA. The allure of her potential is undeniable, but the timing of her arrival in the WNBA is uncertain. Malonga's skills on the court are impressive, and her ability to impact the game is clear. Yet, the uncertainty surrounding her availability adds a layer of complexity to the decision-making process. Malonga's agent has confirmed that while she intends to play professionally in 2025, the WNBA is not a guarantee. This means the Mystics must weigh the risks of drafting a player who may not join their roster immediately. This presents the Mystics with a classic draft and stash scenario, a decision fraught with both risk and reward. Drafting and stashing a player, particularly one with Malonga's upside, is a gamble that requires careful consideration. Drafting and stashing a player, particularly one with Malonga's upside, is a gamble. It requires patience, a willingness to forego immediate contributions for the promise of future payoff. The Mystics must evaluate whether they can afford to wait for Malonga to develop further overseas. It requires patience, a willingness to forego immediate contributions for the promise of future payoff. The Mystics, still early in their rebuild, must weigh the value of having Malonga on their roster now versus the potential benefits of allowing her to develop further overseas. This decision is not just about the present but also about the future trajectory of the team. The Mystics, still early in their rebuild, must weigh the value of having Malonga on their roster now versus the potential benefits of allowing her to develop further overseas. They need to consider how her growth and experience in international play could enhance her readiness for the WNBA. The decision hinges on the Mystics' assessment of their current roster and their long-term vision. If they believe they are a player or two away from contention, Malonga's absence could hinder their progress. Conversely, if they see this as a multi-year rebuild, the long-term benefits of stashing Malonga could be substantial. If they believe they are a player or two away from contention, Malonga's absence could hinder their progress. The immediate impact of not having her on the team could be significant, especially in close games where her skills could make a difference. However, if they view this as a multi-year rebuild, stashing Malonga and allowing her to hone her skills against top competition overseas could pay huge dividends down the line. Her development in international leagues could prepare her to be a cornerstone for the Mystics in the future, making the wait worthwhile. Navigating the unknown international prospects in the WNBA. The WNBA has increasingly become a global league with players from all corners of the world showcasing their talents on the biggest stage. However, drafting international prospects, especially those who may not immediately join the league, presents unique challenges for WNBA teams. The Mystics, in considering Malonga, must navigate these complexities carefully. One challenge is the limited exposure to international prospects compared to their NCAA counterparts. While WNBA teams have scouting networks that extend globally, evaluating talent from afar can be difficult. Game film and statistical analysis can only reveal so much. There's no substitute for seeing a player perform live against WNBA caliber competition. Another challenge is the cultural adjustment that international players often face when transitioning to the WNBA. The style of play, the language barrier, and the distance from home can all present significant hurdles. Teams must be prepared to provide support systems and resources to help international players acclimate to their new surroundings and thrive, both on and off the court.